Hey, it's Crusher, and welcome to my extensive Deepwoken character build guide. This is a min-max guide, and in this video, I'm going to delve into strategies and tips to maximize your character's effectiveness by optimizing your equipment, focusing on maximizing health and damage. Let's get started. The first and most important thing is actually planning your build. Min-maxing your build starts before you even start creating your build. So what you want to do is go into Deepwoken Planner, and you'll get a sheet that looks like this. This lets you plan out what race you want to use, what oath you want to use, what bell you want to use, and your stats. The most important thing here are the stats. You can also see what talents you can get with the stats by going into the talents tab after inputting what you want to do. So you want to look at your stats and figure out what you want to do. This build requires Shrine of Order. Let me repeat. If you want to have a good build, it requires Shrine of Order, and you don't want any stats to go to waste, so do not put in extra stats if you do not need to. You may have noticed on the sheet there are 4 things at the bottom: Vitality, Erudition, Proficiency, and Sog Chant. Most builds run 6 Vitality, 6 Erudition, because you want as many vents as you can and as much health as you can get. Almost every build will run 6 Vitality, and some Silent Heart builds run 6 Proficiency. Now let's get on to some of the meta talents that a lot of people use today. The talents include Tap Dancer, Spine Cutter, Overflowing Dam, All the Dead Gods, Speed Demon, Cheap Shot, Neuroplasticity, Grand Support, Lord Commander, Exoskeleton, To the Finish, Observation, Safety Dance, and Return to the Dark Ages. There are more good talents, but right now these are the most common talents you'll find on most builds, and some of these are even required for your build to be even close to meta. The talent I'm talking about is Exoskeleton. This is the most important talent on every build. You need to go at least 40 Fortitude just for that extra resistance and that extra survivability. Speaking about survivability, let's talk about health. How do you maximize health on your build? Well, there are actually a few ways. Let me get into some of the easy ways. First, talents. You'll get talents, some are Fortitude, some you get no matter what, like Fishman and Scuba Drowner. You want those for the extra 5 health they give. Exoskeleton gives 10 health. Oaths a lot of oaths gives 10 health. You want to look at what oaths give health, and you want to realize how much health you want in your build. Another talent that gives health is a talent from the bomb path. I think it's called Hot Pocket or Hot Bomb, whatever. But it gives 5 health. So you want to go to Songseeker Cave and you want to do that quest just for that talent. And then 45 intelligence, there's a Master Craftsman talent that you want to get that is also 5 health. And then there are talents that are a mixture of willpower and fortitude. Old habits die hard and stuff like that. Breathing exercises, you want talents like that for extra health. And then other than talents, you also do want equipment. Equipment is very important in Deepwoken, and if a good health pack is the difference between 400 HP and 520 HP, or 500 HP and 600 HP. So you really need to get this down, and you need to learn where to get your equipment. There are 7 different types of equipment in Deepwoken: arms, legs, head, torso, rings, ear, and face. Face will never give you any amount of HP, so you shouldn't worry about that. But right now, you get your arms from layer 2, you want the Iron Singer Heavy Coat, you get your legs from the depths, you want to find star boots, you get your helmet and your scarf from the Hive or the Star Sweat Valley, and you get +2 HP earrings, which are the only earrings that give HP, from Chaser. They're called Moon Earrings. And then you get your rings from the Void Zone near Songseeker. It's the Purple's Angel event, and it's in a wall. You'll be able to find it there. You farm these until you get 7 HP rings and 1 9 HP ring. If you understand how buff pips and random stat rolls work, buff pips are additional bonus stat represented by beige colored stats on equipment. Buff pips are categorized into a couple categories: common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythic, with each category indicating the rarity and potency of the bonus. Equipment with more stars will provide more buff pips, and the third star always guarantees a legendary pip. Aim to acquire rare and legendary equipment to maximize the number and quality of buff pips, including those that enhance your character's health. So you want to be looking for 3-star buff pips. And then other than pips, there's also innate stats, which makes some of these really good, with some helmets having plus 10 or plus 5 innate stats, so you want to look out for those. Innate stats are usually the grayed out, like health or talent indicator that you will see. Now we did talk briefly about talents, but let's delve a little deeper into it. Talent acquisition and prerequisites. Talents can be acquired automatically as you progress, or by meeting specific prerequisites. High core attributes, talent category requirements, actions like alchemy and reaching certain power levels can unlock certain talents. Some talents directly increase health, providing substantial benefits to your character's survivability. There's this thing called mutual exclusivity. Certain talents are mutually exclusive, meaning you can only choose one talent from a set of options. Selecting one talent will remove the others from your talent pool. If you want to switch between mutually exclusive talents, the Shrine of Chance offers an option to do so. And there are priority talents. Priority talents are talents that have a higher chance of appearing in your talent pool. They're weighted to be more accessible during gameplay, and they prioritize talents that align with your build strategy and have an impact on maximizing your character's health. So health talents usually appear more often, making it easier to maximize your health. Now, while we're talking about getting into creating your character, like when you're in the process, if there's a talent that you need for your build that you've mapped out, but you haven't unlocked it yet, and let's say your Shrine of Order is coming up, so you need to get it quick in the next level or so, there's something called a Mystic. You want to travel to the Mystic, go on the wiki, and see what, if the talent is accessible through the Mystic, and how you can choose. There's options, you give them 20 notes, and it will be guaranteed to pop up in your next hand, so you really want to use this to maximize your ability to level up and get the talents you need. Now here are some options to min-max your build even further. You get your Ardor for swing speed and more posture damage, or Tacet if you're trying to get Tacet dropkick. Rhythm just isn't worth it in the current meta, so I'd suggest most always going for Ardor. Now after you've completed your build, there's a few things you can do to maximize it even further, even if you have a full health kit. You want to get every single ore in the game, travel around. I have a guide on my channel, and you want a pluripotent alloy. You go, you give the pluripotent alloy to the blacksmith at Miner's Landing, and then you talk to the Iron Sing trainer, and you get the Iron Sing element. You get one of it. Do this after you've maxed out so you don't get any of the mantras. Now what you do is you go and you get 1 gold, and when you're fighting, you can click on this gold to get a 10% M1 damage boost. It doesn't work on mantras, I have tested this, so it gives you a 10% damage boost. This doesn't work with Silent Heart, it only works with other elements. If your build has 80 willpower before or after Shrine of Order, you want to get this thing called Heretic Sutra. It's in layer 2, to the right out of the gate. You want to talk to this guy with tier 1 insanity and you'll get Heretic Sutra. You want to do some research into oaths and see what will synergize best with your build. If you don't think anything synergizes well with your build and you just want more health, more survivability, and you honestly just want more defense and more mantras, go for Oathless. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it is pretty good. You want to try to cut out PvE talents from your build, as this isn't good for the longevity of your build and for how meta it is. You want to only go for things that affect the combat, the flow of combat, and if there's nothing on the screen on your talent cards that affect the flow of combat and you can't fold, you want to look for something with passive agility. Passive agility is very good and it gives you extra like slide speed. And when you have extra speed, let's say from parrying, and you have the talent that lets you get speed off of parrying, you can slide, and you'll slide way faster than if you didn't have any passive agility. This guide will get you about 550 to 600 health. Also, if you unlock an element from 75, you get plus 10 health. So if you give it a hybrid, that's a free plus 20 health. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment below. Like and subscribe, and please have a good day. See ya.